Hey y'all, welcome to yet another direct action gaming session. My name is Sean, and today, as you can see, we're trying something just a little bit different here, camera-wise. I'm hoping that this is going to work out, but basically, I've been using my phone for a while, and a zany idea hit me not too long ago. Maybe I should try messing around with various camera angles as we do the episode. So, for example, right now we're looking at Harry. Harry's just kind of chilling out at my feet like he usually does. But in just a moment, we could... Boom. Okay. Now y'all are seeing me. So now we can start with a bit of a face cam, more or less. And then once I, say a few things to do the intro and we can do a flipperoonie to the game table and I can show y'all what's going on there. And since we're just sort of holding the phone, I figured that would be good to get a more dynamic view of the game before we start playing it. I can zoom in on all the little components and y'all can see all the little models and and how we have things set up. So that's the idea, more or less, with this one. We're trying something just a little bit new. But since I'm sure y'all saw the thumbnail and the title of this video, so y'all already know we're doing us a Zombicide this week. We're doing us a Zombicide. So that is the game, but you will see how it's all set up soon enough. I figure I'll just stay in this mode for just a little bit longer, so maybe I can talk a little bit about why I'm excited for the rest of the year, because I have just a whole bunch of games that I want to show y'all eventually. I doubt I'm going to be able to get to all of them this year, but I am about to finish 2 games that have already been on this channel, City of the Great Machine and also This War of Mine. I'm about to have both of those completely painted, including all the really cool expansion materials. So for City of the Great Machine, there's going to be a observation blimp among many other things that'll eventually be added. And for this War of Mine, we're going to be getting a cat and an extra character and all sorts of stuff. But so that will be cool to have all that stuff finally done. But once we're done with that, I'm going to start painting up some armies for 1-page rules. That's right. We're going to be doing some, we're going beyond the board on this channel, and we're going to be doing some skirmish / wargaming at some point. I am going to need to possibly get some bigger tables and some more scenery and stuff like that before I can really show y'all some wargaming. But that's part of the reason why I'm experimenting with camera angles and whatnot, because I figure once we're doing much grander war games on a very big table, we're going to need to have an easy, fairly reliable way to give y'all a good view of what's going on from all over the board and all that jazz. So anyway, let's flip the camera so y'all can see the game we're doing this week. And here we go. Harry. See, Harry hasn't moved an inch. How you doing, Harry? I know, you're really cute. I know. Got these daggers on your paws, too, don't you? Ooh, let's get up. Try not to step on Harry. Here we go. Here it is in all its glory, folks. It only took us about 4 minutes to get to it. All right, so this time, we're just carrying on with the 2nd edition campaign playlist. We are at mission 12 now, and I'm kind of thinking I want to try to step up the production rate of these Zombicide videos, because I did promise myself I was going to try to film all the regular 2nd edition missions, and we're only on 12, and I believe there's like 25 of them, so I want to try to hurry up and get some more of them done. But right now, we are doing 12. That is called Car Crash. And we're playing it more or less straight. I'm not adding in too much weird, zany stuff. First of all, you can, of course, see the 3D car model. So that's pretty cool. It just looks nice. It doesn't really do anything. I think for the purposes of this mission, it's just erect muscle car. It cannot be searched. It cannot be driven. It's just kind of there. But since it's called Car Crash, I guess the basic idea is you have a group of people that crashed a car into some sort of bodega or whatever. The injured people are hanging out in the storeroom of this bodega, and they are in trouble, you might say. Both of the doors are open, and in a nutshell, we want to make sure that these people get out of here A-okay. Zombies can, of course, path to them, and we will lose the game if a zombie activates in this particular zone where the injured survivors are. For the injured survivors, we are just going to be using the standard, I call them OG survivors. These are the 6 adult survivors that come with the second edition box set. We got Amy, Wanda, Doug, Elle, Ned, and Josh. And yes, this time we are also doing second edition survivors for our companions. I am not doing the classic companions this time because it's a little simpler this way. Plus, it's definitely sounds better to have 2 blue skills potentially rather than some extra, slightly weird, additional bonus type stuff from the classic companions. Anyway, so this is our objective here. We want to help these people, and the way we do that is we grab these objectives. Each survivor will get 5 AP each time they grab one of these objectives, but they can also put it on their board as like a thing for them to carry. Once they bring that med kit, all of these are basically med kits. We need to bring a med kit to one of these survivors, and once the injured survivor has been healed with the med kit, they can then follow that survivor that healed them. So we're going to be collecting companions here to win the game, more or less. We want to heal all 6 of these people, and of course we have objectives spread all over the map here and all that jazz as usual. For our actual team of survivors, we are going to be using some pretty rare miniatures. Some of you may be able to recognize these, but these are basically some fairly rare classic first edition guest box survivors, which are still on offer, I believe. I believe you can still probably get these, but you would have to go to some site like eBay, and you may have to deal with scalpers or something of that nature. But yes, I got like I believe 4 or so boxes of these, and I made a team out of some of my favorite ones, and here's 6 of them. So who are our intrepid heroes this time? Basically, we got Kevin. I think he's supposed to be like 50 Cent. I think that's who Kevin is based off of. He starts with Taunt. That's Kevin. Then we got Red Cat Ben. I have no idea which pop culture reference this is, but he starts with Hit and Run, so there is that. Next up is Donna. Once again, not sure where most of these people are inspired from. Doesn't matter. Donna, she looks pretty cool. +1 to dice roll melee, so her melee attacks are more accurate. By the way, Hit and Run is also pretty dope. Oh my gosh, Brother Max, he starts with Dreadnought Walker. And as I recall, I believe that basically means he is invincible to any and all damage from walkers. That's more or less how that works. Also, y'all may have noticed one other slight change here is we're using classic weapons cards. I made something of a custom deck out of a bunch of classics equipment cards. So we're going to try that out to sort of spice things up and make it a little bit different. Like, for example, we've got nightsticks here from Prison Outbreak, and these are kind of neat because it seems like they're just a basic melee weapon with a slightly special rule that, like, if this isn't your only weapon and you have it equipped, you can discard it to ignore 1 wound. So I guess that represents you just sort of slapping that zombie in the face and sort of shoving the nightstick down their throat or something to get them away. So you lose the nightstick, but you don't get wounded. Anyway, there's that. So over here, for enemies, we're going to be using the Fort Hendricks deck. So mostly normal zombies. We got the abomination deck just in front of that. Like I said, we've got classic equipment deck here. We actually have, they called these something different once upon a time. These are the ultra red weapons. So I think the original idea behind those was you can't equip yourself with that until your survivor has gone beyond red and is now in the ultra red mode or something like that. But we're just going to be using those as regular old epic weapons that we might be able to get from these little yellow chests. And we might as well look over here real quick. Here's my boxes with all the zombies in it and whatnot. This is basically the enemy pool over here. Like I said, we got mostly standard zombies. And we got our abominations here. We have added in the urban legends. So there's some weird stuff that might show up for abominations. And since we're using Hendricks deck, we've got some soldier zombies in here as well that might show up to shoot at us once or twice. But okay, so we looked at all the things. Let's get started. I'm going to pause this real quick and set this up on the tripod so that y'all have a good, fairly consistent view of the board as I play. All right, and here we are. So here's the board from a bird's eye view, and we are going to get started. All right. So, like I said, we're doing mission 12. We got 6 very special survivors here with some special equipment, and we're just going to try it out and see what happens. Now, the mission particulars here, for the most part, I already kind of described. We do need to rescue the injured survivors. That is the main objective. It says turn the 6 injured survivors on tile 8R into companions to win the game. To do so, the survivors need to bring them 6 first aid kits, and or we have to get all the objectives and bring them back to this zone. We may need to split up into 2 teams, perhaps. One team might need to guard these injured survivors over here because the game is lost if some zombies activate in here. And these wounded survivors do count as noise tokens. So it is very possible that even if zombies cannot see in here, they may path in there, and that could be a problem. All right. So other special rules set up. Doors are already open here, of course. 6 survivor miniatures that were not chosen, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just saying put 6 survivors over there. First aid kits, each objective. Right, it's going to cost 1 action to drop a red objective token from their inventory in the injured survivors zone. So we need to use 1 action basically to heal one of the injured survivors. And then all it really says is, yes, there are epic weapon crates, and the car cannot be driven. And that's all there is to this mission here. All right, so I guess we don't need this book for anything anymore for the most part. I'm just going to leave it here just to be paranoid. So let's start our first turn, shall we? Okay, who should go first? So since we've got an objective right here, somebody could walk in there, grab it, and then walk into this room, and I guess they would be primed to give that to somebody next turn. Who should be doing that? Let's pick Dylan. We're going to start with Dylan first. We're going to activate her. Dylan has Lifesaver. Oh gosh, I don't know if I introduced them. There's also Maki and Dylan. Maki has Swordmaster. Dylan has Lifesaver. Dylan is this one. We're going to move in here with her. She's going to grab this. Gonna put this on her. She does get 5 AP for that. Okay. And then she's gonna move in here to get herself a companion next turn. All right. And I suppose what we could do is have maybe 2 other people. Okay. Actually, before we do any of that kind of jazz, let's see if we can bust into this building here. Somebody should have a door breaker. That's Maki. She has the fire axe. And Donna actually has a claw hammer, which also counts as a door breaker. We're not going to be using noise tokens this time. Trying to streamline this without adding in a bunch of extra stuff, other than the slight alterations that I've done. But yeah, I think we're going to have Donna go next. And let's see here. I think I need some tokens to remind myself who has been activated and who hasn't. Gonna activate Donna. So much for upped production value. Of course, I forgot something. That is all right. All these other tokens that we don't need away. Just want to keep track of who has gone so I do not forget. All right, Donna next. We're going to have her open this door here. Door is open. That means we need to do 3 spawns. So what does the first spawn say? Oh, that's the equipment deck. What the heck am I doing? First spawn. Didn't actually shuffle this, so let's do that real quick. Yet another thing I forgot to do, and I am terrible at shuffling. You would think I would be better at shuffling cards with how many freaking games I play, am I right? No, I cannot do any fancy shuffling tricks. The first one is going to be a Brute Rush. Okay, so we've got 2 Brutes that rush in the first zone. So we're going to start on the far right over there. So we get 1, 2 Brutes that will rush forward into this room. Next spawn is 3 walkers that rush. Okay. We're going to have 3 normal walkers. And they will have rushed into this zone from that middle room. What is the next spawn? Okay, next spawn is 1 brute, but it has the shooter symbol. So I don't think we put any shooters down because there are no brutes that have line of sight to any survivors. So we just put down 1 brute. Not even rushing, just 1 right there. Okay, so that is what spawns when Donna opens the door. Donna should have 2 actions left. Might as well charge in there and do a melee, and then she can get followed in there by probably Maki and Brother Max. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. All right, so Donna will move. And for her final action, she's going to do a melee. Let's see. So with the claw hammer, she will get 3 die. Normally she would hit on a 5 or more, but thanks to her special skill, she's going to be hitting on a 4 or more. So how many of these walkers does she take out with her claw hammer? By the way, does anybody have... Okay, Maki has a fire axe. Good. We do have a damage 2 weapon. How many does Donna take out? She takes out 1. Hitting on a 4 or more. Okay. She takes out the firefighter. Firefighter is gone, and she gets 1 adrenaline for that. Okay. So that is Donna, and let's activate Brother Max next. He can go in here and have a couple of melees with his nightstick. He only rolls 1 die and hits on a 4 or more with this. So let's see how many he can take out. He takes out 1 because he gets a 5. Okay. So Brother Max gets 1 point for that, and he gets 1 more melee attack. And he gets a 4, so he hits the final one. Take that one out, give Brother Max another point for that. And this room is clear for now, at least anyway. Okay, so we're also going to have Maki go in there. Might as well have her move and search, I guess. Because we could have her move, and do a melee, but that's a bit risky. Yeah, we'll probably just have her move and search. Move, search. And she gets spare change, which means if somebody gets a sawed-off, damage 2 with sawed-offs. Okay. Alright, so I guess in this version, sawed-offs are like damage 1 by default, but you can up them to damage 2 with some spare change. That's kind of cool. Good to know. Alright, so that is Maki. We got 2 more people to go, and both of them probably are going to just move and search in this little room right here. So they're going to do pretty much the same thing that Maki did. So let's go with Red Cat Ben. Move, search. He finds a kukri. Okay. And then we're going to have Kevin move and search. And he finds a nail bat. Okay. So those 2 are a little bit better equipped, which is great because we are going to need them to hold off all them zombies, aren't we? Okay, so since everybody went, we're going to do the zombie phase. This will mean we have brutes that move here, and then this one will move forward. And then we got to do 3 spawns, don't we? Starting right here. What is the first spawn? First spawn is 3 normal walkers. Okay. Well, they're all normal walkers. Just 3 walkers. Right in this zone over here. 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. Alright, what is the next spawn? That would be 4 normal walkers. Okay. Right over here. Wait, no. I think here, because we're going clockwise. All right. Final spawn is 2 walkers with a shooter symbol. So if they're here, are there any walkers that have line of sight to any... I don't think so. I don't think there are any walkers with line of sight to survivors. At the moment, at least, anyway. So, 2 normal walkers. That don't even rush. They're just right here. Okay, so that could have been a lot worse. We've got a few extra walkers coming at us from the streets. All right, well, let's take these noise tokens off to represent everybody is good to go again. And we might as well start with Dylan. She can use one action to heal one of the survivors. Okay. All right. So which survivor will she take? Ideally, we want to pair her with somebody that will complement her. Now, if she pairs with Wanda, then she has Sprint. And Sprint plus Lifesaver could be good. Although, if we take Josh, she has Slippery, and that could also be a good pair with... Alright, we're taking Josh. Josh, and she has Slippery. Okay. Alright, so Dylan is paired with Josh now. Josh has been healed. That was the first action. Second action is we're going to take one of these here epics. So which zany weapon is it going to be? It is Ned's atomic flashlight. Okay. That is what she has. That was her second action. And I think she might as well do a normal search as well. And she finds a pistol. Okay. She will put that in her pack. And that is Dylan. All right. So let's activate Kevin. Let's see. It's tempting to have him search. But if we want him to just move, just pop out with his pistol, take one shot, and then move back, he won't have the ability to search. Red Cat Ben is probably going to have to search because he doesn't have a ranged weapon yet. So we'll start with Red Cat Ben. Well, no, we already activated Kevin. We'll just do that real quick. He pops out, does one shot. He hits on a 4 or more. These pistols are somewhat less accurate than the second edition of pistols, apparently. And he gets a critical failure, so he totally misses. So, all right. So he pops back in, and that is Kevin's turn. I guess he could use Taunt at some point to bring the zombies into their zone, or closer to them, if that's something that we wanted to do. Let's see. Red Cat Ben, we're going to activate him and search to see what he can find. He gets plenty of shells. Okay. So that might come in handy at some point if anybody gets a shotgun. Maki also has spare change, so that could be a lethal combo if somebody finds a sawed-off. That was Red Cat Ben. I guess he's just going to chill there for now. Now we've got the away team. They need to get those objectives up there, like, now. So we're going to start with Maki so that she can take out this brute. Let's see. She has Swordmaster, so she can dual wield basically any melee weapon, even if it doesn't say dual wield. So that's pretty cool. For the moment, she has just a fire axe. So she hits on a 4 or more. She has 3 melees. So can she kill this brute? First attack was a miss. Next one is also a miss. Come on, Maki. You're the only one that can actually damage this one right now. 5. Thank goodness. Okay, the final one was a 5. That is a hit. She finally takes down the brute. I guess she had to whack at it a bunch before the damn thing finally went down. So, okay, that is 1 point for Maki since she just took down a brute. And that is her turn. So we now have these other 2. Let's see. somebody should go in there and grab that epic and see what it is. I reckon it ought to be Donna. Donna will move, and then we're going to see what this epic is. Hopefully it's some really good melee stuff. Just anything damage 2 would be great. If there are damage 1 epics, that would be really weird, wouldn't it? She gets the Zantetsuken, which is dope, and I think that's very fitting for her, since I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be some kind of martial arts type person. This Zantetsuken is damage 2 as well. Rolls 4 dice and hits on a 3 or more. So she is primed to chop up those brutes pretty good. So, but she did a move and she grabbed the epic. We might want to have her grab that that objective too. Might as well. And then Brother Max is going to have to, like, just move and search to back her up, I suppose. Because he does not have a damage 2 weapon. Alright, so Donna, we're going to finish her off by saying she grabs this and she gets 5 points. That puts her at 6. She is almost to yellow now. Alright, and then Brother Max is going to move and do a normal search. And Brother Max gets an assault rifle. Okay. It is not damage 2, though. It is a rifle, and it's pretty cool, but it is only damage 1. So that will not help us with those brutes over there. Alright, so Donna and Max went. So did everybody else. Cool. So now it is zombie phase. I reckon this is the noisiest zone. So if Zeds do not have line of sight, we know these brutes move here because they got line of sight. Nobody else has line of sight. These 2 just move here. These 3 move there. These 4 move there. All right. That was pretty easy. 3 more spawns. So for zone 1, we have 2 runners. Going to be in zone 1. Next spawn is going to be... Thankfully, we are not in yellow yet. That was an abomination, but it has 0 on blue, so nothing happens. That means nothing spawns there. That was lucky. 1 more spawn is precisely 1 runner. Okay. We're getting a little sandwiched, perhaps, by runners here. Just a bit. Okay, so that was the zombie phase. Gonna go back to the survivors again. All right. Might as well start, I think, with Donna. If she can kill these brutes, that would be great. Ooh. She actually, oh my gosh. Thanks to her +1 dice roll to melee, she actually hits on a 2 or more with this Zantetsuken. That is great. So we're going to roll 4 dice with her, and she hits on anything but a 1. Yep, that is 4 hits, so she sliced these 2 up pretty good. They are both gone. And she gets 2 more points, and that does put us into yellow. She's at 8. We can give Donna an extra action now. All right. Okay, so Donna did 1 melee. She has 3 actions left. Now what we could do... We could have her move 3 spaces to get all the way up to that epic there. Might as well. Let's see. So she did a melee and then move, move, move. She is all the way up there now. She can grab us another epic. And let's see. I think that means we need to activate Maki now. She will move twice and grab this so that she gets an extra 5 points, putting her up to 6, and she has a med kit to return with now as well. Let's see. So Brother Max might as well. What should I have him do? Oh, he's got an assault rifle. He should move and shoot. That's what he should do. Yeah. Move. And he might be able to take out these 2 walkers right here. That'd come in handy. Okay. Range 1 to 2, 3 die. Hits on a 4 or more. Let's open up on these 2 normal walkers here. We get 1 hit. So we take 1 of them down. Brother Max gets 1 more point for that. Okay. Let's see. Might as well have him shoot again. See if he can take the final one out. Hitting on a 4 more. And now we get 2 hits. So this one is down now. Brother Max gets another point for that, and that is his turn. Okay. So we did the away team. What about the home team here? Who has anything ranged? It would be great if we could take out that runner there. But I don't think anybody in here has anything ranged. That's fine though. I mean, other than Kevin. So let's have Kevin. We'll start with Kevin. We'll have him search. And he gets a zombie in his face. Okay. So we need to take 1 walker out of here. Kevin has a walker in his face now. Alright, he has 2 actions left. He does have a nail bat, so he gets to roll 2 die, hitting on a 3 or more to take out this pesky walker. He does get a 3, so he takes that out. That's 1 more point for Kevin. Well, it's 1 point. He hasn't scored any points yet. And he might as well shoot at these walkers that are coming in at us. So that was a search, melee, and now he's going to do 1 shot at this group, hitting on a 4 or more. And he does hit, so he takes out 1 of them. He gets another point. Okay. Let's see. Let's have Red Cat Ben also search. And he finds an energy drink. Okay. So here's something a little interesting. I might want to do this every time I run into something new and interesting. Energy drink. This is basically what eventually became the Mata tea, I think, for Rio Z. But yeah, I think you burn this and you get an extra action for the turn. Yep. So Ben could crush this and get like 3 more actions. Yep. Well, an extra action, meaning he would still have 3 actions. What would we want him to do? He should probably just chill. He'll save this for now. I don't know if it's a good idea to have him go outside when he doesn't have any ranged stuff, so he's there. We also need to do Dylan. What can Dylan do? She is our last person. Dylan does have slippery. She does have an epic on her. Oh my gosh. Ned's atomic flashlight. She can roll 5 die hitting on a 4 or more. And it says the damage is 3. Dylan can kill an abomination. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Dylan would need to move 2 spaces to get here to do a melee. So there's a fairly good chance she'd take them all out, but she would have to get at least 3, 4 or more results out of 5 die. If she doesn't get that, she's kind of in a pickle. So I think we'll simply search and move with her. We're going to do a normal search with Dylan. She gets a riot shield. Okay. So she'll switch out her nightstick for the... Dylan just became a tank, basically. If equipped, 1, gain the tough skill. 2, the riot shield can be discarded to prevent 1 wound inflicted to the wearer. Okay, so this is... The riot shield is basically a nightstick that gives you the tough skill. So that's pretty cool. So I think normally with the tough skill, Dylan now has an additional wound. Or rather, I think it means she can ignore the first wound. It just gets ignored when she has her shield. Anyway, so we're going to move her in here with these other 2 boys to hold the fort down. And try and make sure that none of these other folks get damaged. All right, so that is the survivor turn. We're going to do zombies again. These 3 move in here. So they are in our zone now. And same thing with the runner. Because, yeah, these are still the noisiest zones. So any zombies that do not have line of sight are going to be going here, right where we don't want them to go, actually. So our away team better get back here pretty quickly and provide something of a distraction. So anyway, these 3 are going to move here, and these runners are going to move in the same space as them, and then we do 3 spawns. So first spawn in zone 1 is going to be 1 runner with a shooter symbol. So there's going to be a shooter here and nowhere else, I don't think. All right, so we do spawn a shooter. Spawns in our zone right here, basically. And we get 1 normal runner over here. Okay. All right, so the next spawn down here is going to be 3 brutes. They're all down here. And 1 more spawn is going to be 6 walkers that rush. Okay. I will take that. That is better than getting another shooter symbol and taking a shot right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a lot of Doomers ads in this one, I guess. And the Lady of the Night. Okay. Alright, so that was the 6 walkers that rushed. That was the zombie spawn phase. So we get to activate our heroes once again. What shall we have them do? Probably we're going to open with Dylan so she can just probably kill everything right now. Let's start with Dylan. See if we can get her some points. I think she's at 6. It was kind of halfway between 6 and 5, so I'm not really sure. Anyway, so we get to roll 5 die for her, and she hits on a 4 or more. How many does she kill in her first melee hit? Okay, she gets 2 hits. All right, so we're going to take out the runner and the soldier. That'll give her 2 points. Bump her up to yellow, giving her an extra action. Cool. All right, melee 2. How many walkers does she kill? She kills all the rest of the walkers. She gets a 5, 4, and a 6. That is good enough. All 3 of them are dead, and she scores 3 more AP. So 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, cool. Dylan is holding this area down. My goodness. Okay, so that was 2 melees. She might as well do a search. And she finds a pan. So that's something. I think we're just throwing this out. Oh my gosh, a pan is terrible. Yeah, she just throws that right. It said it gets 1 attack. You only hit on a 6, and it's damage 1. So it's useless. It's just taking up space with Dylan here. You know, I'm only just now noticing Dylan has a pistol that Kevin could take, so he could dual wield. So we're probably going to have that happen. Kevin's going to do a trade real quick. He'll pocket his nail bat and he'll dual wield. And he's going to just take 2 shots at that group that's right outside. Hitting on a 4 or more. That's a miss. Got 2 2s. Next volley is 1 hit. Took out 1 of them. Okay. Kevin gets 1 point for that. What does Redcap Ben do, though? He still has that energy drink in his pocket. Dylan went, Kevin went. What does Redcap Ben do? Could potentially have him slam the energy drink and then... Yeah, I don't think it takes an action to do that. You can just discard it and give yourself an extra action, meaning he would have 4. Although it might be wise to save this until he does finally get his real extra action. So let's have him start off by searching. He gets a Wakizachi. Oh my gosh. If equipped, gain +2 dice with katana. Okay. That is almost certainly something for Maki, I guess. Let's see here. So he did a search. Ben has plenty of melee weapons. He might want to do a trade and give plenty of shells to Kevin, perhaps. Search trade. Yeah, he'll just... He'll just do that. He'll just give that to Kevin, then we're going to go to the away team. Trying to, I guess, keep these people in place for now to make sure we have a line of defense for these wounded survivors here. So let's start with Donna. We want to see what she has found over here. So she gets another epic. We get to draw from the ultra red deck again. What kind of zany stuff is going to pop up this time? She gets the Zombicide. Oh my goodness. So she's going to pocket the claw hammer and equip that. This thing is kind of crazy. I don't know. I might want to give this to Brother Max. I'm not sure. Okay, let me explain. I'll show it to y'all. Y'all gotta see this. The Zombicide. You see what I'm talking about now, right? So basically, this thing allows you to roll X amount of dice equal to however many targets are in the zone that you're shooting at. You hit on a 3 or more, and it's only damage 1, but wow, you could waste a whole bunch of walkers and runners with this. Like, it's wild. Donna is totally OP now. But she now has 3 actions after that, so she's going to move back this way, I think. And that's Donna. Maki, let's have her search. She finds a Molly. Okay, cool. And after having found that Molly, she's going to move twice. 1, 2. Be right by Brother Max. Okay. Brother Max is going to open on up with his assault rifle, and we're going to wish that he had the Zombicider, but he doesn't. He rolls 3 die and he hits on a 4 or more. He gets 3 shots from where he's sitting, and he's just gonna shoot at them walkers. And it's fine because I don't think they would move towards him and Maki anyway. They would move this way since that's the noisier zone. They have line of sight to both of them. Although I think, according to the rules, we might have to split that group up. I think that's what happens. Like, they go in 2 different directions. I'm not entirely certain. Anyway, how many does he kill, though? He might just kill them all, and we don't even need to worry about which direction they're going in. All misses. So that was the first shot. Second volley. Do we get any hits? No, we get all misses. Jesus, okay. This is a whole lot of shooting, Brother Max, for nothing, really. He gets 2 hits. He gets precisely 2 hits. That's something. We'll take that. Max gets 2 more points, and that brings him up to 6, so he is not in yellow just yet. Unfortunate. Well, all right. And I'm going to pause real quick just to double check and look at that one rule I was talking about. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All right. So, yeah, I knew I remembered something along those lines. And apparently it's just, as I said, if there are 2 groups of survivors that are in line of sight, then the zombies will go to the zone with the noisier zone. So they would just go here and ignore that zone. They only split if there's 2 routes to their target zone, and they are both the same distance, basically. Then you would split the group into 2. That's when you do the splitting. Anyway, it is now the zombie phase. So, as I said, these 3 go down here. 3 walkers are in here now. We've got 2 runners that get in there as well, because that's 2 spaces away. These walkers are going to be here. This runner is going to be there. And these brutes move over here. So that is movement of all the zombies on the board. Then we got to do 3 spawns. So what's coming at us now? We're in yellow, so we've got 2 brutes that rush, and there's a shooter symbol. These brutes do have line of sight. So we have 1 shooter that spawns with those brutes. Okay, and then we also have 2 brutes that rush in zone 1. We might be taking a shot here. I don't know, because we got 2 more spawns. Let's see what happens. That one down there. Normal walkers get an extra activation. So that means we're taking 3 wounds in that zone. Oh, really 2, because Dylan has that riot shield. So, if equipped, she gains the tough skill. If she discards it, she prevents 1 wound inflicted to the wearer. Now that's weird. Because tough just does that, as far as I'm aware. Survivor ignores the first wound they receive during each attack step and during friendly fire. Okay. Huh. So I don't know how discarding it to prevent 1 wound inflicted to the wearer is any different. We just ignore the first wound, meaning there's only 2 wounds incoming. So let's see. We could give 1 to Dylan, because she's basically a tank. And 1 to Red Cat Ben, I guess? Yeah, might as well just do it that way. 2 wounds. Would have been 3, but we ignore 1. That's how that works. Okay, so those walkers got to do that attack. These walkers would move into this zone. That's what they would do. So now we have even more walkers in that zone. I don't think the shooters count, so nothing spawned there. And then, thank goodness, it is not a shooter symbol, but it is 8 walkers that rush right there. So we're going to have a whole mess of walkers right there that we need to take out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so those walkers are there. That is the spawning. We get to go again. We done took our first wound. Thanks to extra activation. All right, we're starting with Dylan again. Swing, Dylan, swing. It's funny that I gave her slippery and like she's just kind of stuck in this zone. We're just not having her move anywhere. For now, at least, anyway. Okay, so 5 and 4 more. How many does she get? She does get to do this 4 times as well, since she got that extra action. So she only gets 1 hit, so we're going to have her take out one of these runners. Dylan gets 1 more point for that. Next volley with her, what I can only assume is some kind of a lightsaber. I guess Ned made a lightsaber or something. That's 2 hits. She gets 2 hits, so she takes out a runner and a walker for 2 more points. Okay. And 3rd volley. That is 3 hits. Okay. That is 3 walkers. Still 2 walkers left. And she has 1. Let's see. 3 more points brings her to 17. Oh, gosh. She might be taking us into orange here. 1 more. Yup. That's 2, so she's taking us into orange. She's up to 18. She takes out 2. Okay, what do we give her? Obviously, I'm giving her a free melee action. Okay, she can now swing 5 times, yo. Oh my goodness. All right, so that was Dylan. Let's see here. We're going to activate Kevin, and he's going to search. He finds a kukri. Okay. And he's going to trade with Red Cat Ben, I think, for the nightstick, I guess. I don't know. So that way, Ben is dual wielding kukris, and Kevin here is going to take some pot shots at that group of zombies there. Boy, it'd be really nice if somebody had like a sniper or something like that to take this guy out. With that guy still there, we might take a hit next spawn zone. Could have Ben slam that energy drink and go down there and just start. What? No. The kukris are only damage 1, so he can't do that. Crap. Who the heck has... Well, anyway. We were at Kevin. He did a trade. He can do 2 shots. Let's do 2 shots with his pistols at that group of walkers. He gets 1 hit. So that's 1 point. Brings him up to 4. We take out 1 walker. He takes another shot. And he gets 2 hits. So he takes out 2 walkers. And that brings him up to 6. Meaning he is almost in yellow, but not quite. Okay, so that was Kevin. Red Cap Ben. Well, he can't go at those brutes there, but we could have him slam the energy drink and just wade into those walkers there and take them the heck out. That would mean the away team wouldn't need to do that. And maybe... Yeah, none of them has a ranged weapon. I don't think anybody has a damage 2 ranged weapon, unfortunately. We'll figure this out. What's going on, Harry? What you like? It's not quite his dinner time yet. He thinks it is, though. Anywho, yes, let's activate Red Cat Ben and see how much chopping he can do. So he's going to toss out the energy drink, meaning he will have 4 actions for this turn. We kind of wanted to save it until he gets into yellow, but he's not going to get into yellow if he just sits here and does nothing, right? So he'll take his double kukris and he'll just wade on in there. Harry... There we go. Stop knocking all my stuff over, buddy. All right. He can roll. Oh my gosh, he can only roll 2 die. Wow, these kukris are very... Oh, Harry, Jesus. What's going on, buddy? He's just grabbing onto me like I'm a tree trunk or something. Okay, I might want to mulligan this. If there's 5 of them, he can only roll 2 die and hit on a 4 or more. This might be a terrible idea. So we're going to try something else. How about he just does a search? What can he find? He finds plenty of ammo. Okay. And I guess he could do another trade with Kevin Give Kevin plenty of ammo, and he'll take that nail bat. And I guess, let's see. Yeah, he'll pocket this kukri. These kukris are very underwhelming. They're not as good as they are in 2nd edition. Just 1 die, 4 or more, only damage 1. So that is not great. Harry, what's going on, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so he just did a search. What else can he do? He did a trade. We could do that. We could have him crush that energy drink. That would give him 3 actions. We could have him move into that zone with the brutes, swing around that nail bat. He would only get 2 melees, though. He'd have to move, do 2 melees. That would be more than a little risky. I don't think anybody could really cover him, per se. Screw it. Let's just have him sit tight. So let's go straight to Donna, though. She can move and shoot with her Zombicider, or we could have her move twice and use the the Zantetsuken, rolling 4, hitting on a 2 or more. If she moves twice and does melee, she can do that twice. I really want to try the Zombicider out, though. That would be dope. Although, honestly, I kind of think it might be best to give that to Brother Max. Like, that'd be really lethal in his hands, since he has, like, Dreadnought Walker. That would be very nice. So what we could do... She could move, take a shot. Or she could move, trade. Let's just have her move. Move, 1 action. I think I want to have her shoot. That means she can roll 5 die, hitting on a 3 or more with her Zombicider. And she gets 2 hits. So we might as well just test this thing out and see how well it works. We get 2 hits. Cool. Takes out 2 of them. She gets 2 points for that, bringing her up to 10. Let's see. What we might do is have her just waste them here. Max could grab the Zombicider and then run into that zone there. Yeah, and then help fend everything off, perhaps. Let's see. He could give the assault rifle to Donna. Alright, that's not a terrible plan. Donna shoots again. And this time... Oh, wait. She can't roll 5 die. She can only roll 3. What does she get now? Yes, she gets 3 hits yet again. She kills them all because she hits on a 3 or more. Cool. So Donna gets 3 points. I'm trying not to step on Harry. let's see, 13. All right, so that was two. I think she moved and she did 2 shots. So now she's going to trade with Brother Max, and that will work out just fine. She'll get Brother Max the Zombicider, and she'll also give him the Claw Hammer. Because that's just a tad bit better than the Nightstick. Okay, so let's have Brother Max go. We could have him move, shoot, and move and search, I think. Let's have him move and try and take out that runner. He only gets to roll 1 die, but he hits on a 3 or more. Yes, takes out the runner with the Zombicider. Cool. Oh, sorry, Harry. And that brings him up to 7. That is +1 action. Harry just loves lying around right by my feet, and it makes me really paranoid. Anyway, so that was a move and a shot, so he can now take another move and do a search for the heck of it, and he finds a pistol. Okay, so he has a pistol. That's not great. It's something. So that was Brother Max. We just have Maki. Yes, we just have Maki. He. All right. Maki does have her Molly. All right. It's not wise, but I think we're going to do this. We're going to have Maki move twice. She's going to... She would have to reorganize to put that Molly in her hand. And she'd have to move twice. That would be all of her actions for now, because she doesn't have... Oh, she's not in yellow. Damn it. It'd be really great if she could just toss that Molly and get that grouping right down there. But as is, we can have her move, and I guess search. Okay, what does she find? She finds cookies. And she can discard it to gain 1 XP point. That would give her... Okay, so she is now in yellow, which gives her an extra action. So now she has the extra action that she kind of needed earlier. We might as well put the Molly in her hand with her final action, because why the hell not? She can't toss it, but it is now in her hand just in case. Okay, so that is the player phase, and now we go to the zombie phase. Maki is here with her medkit. Donna still needs to get across that street. Let's move everybody. So the brutes move in here with the shooter walker. Room's starting to get kind of crowded. These brutes move forward, and that is all that is on the map for now. So now we do 3 spawns. First zone gets 6 walkers that rush, because Dylan did take us into orange. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walkers that rush. Next one down south is 6 walkers with a shooter symbol. Let's see, 4, 6, 3, 5, Okay, so 6 walkers with a shooter symbol down here. So I think we don't spawn any extra shooters, but that one shooter, I think, gets to take a shot at us. But since Dylan has her riot shield, it just plinks off of that, and nothing happens. So, okay, there's that, and we've got one more spawn left, and it is 4 runners. Okay. 4 of them, huh? Right up here. All right. So let's see. How should we start this? Donna needs to get that med kit in there. So does Maki. Let's see. Donna probably has the best bet for chopping through those brutes in there. We could have her move twice and then just start melee. Brother Max could pop out and shoot at those runners. That would be great. So let's try that. We're going to start with Donna. All right, Donna is going to move twice. And she's going to open up with melee. Her Zansetsuken, 4 die, hits on a 2 or more. She can do this twice. We get 3 hits, so we're taking out that shooter and 2 brutes. Maki is not doing well here. All right, that's 3 points for Donna. She's at 13, so that brings her to 16. Cool. All right, let's have her do an additional melee. See if she can remove that final brute. I'm certain she can. Yep, she gets 2 hits. That brute is gone, and she gets 1 more point. She is almost at orange now. Okay. Cool. So now we can activate Maki. Maki will move, and then she can use an action to gain herself a survivor. I think probably what would be great for Maki is Amy, so that she gets a free move action. So Amy is paired with Maki. So that was move, heal. She now has 2 actions left. Might as well have her move back and then search. What does she find? She finds plenty of shells. Okay. So now we have 2 boxes of shells, but we do not have any shotguns just yet. Okay, so that was Maki, Harry, Donna, and Maki. Who else should go? Right, we're going to activate Brother Max. He is going to pop out. And he should have 3 more actions now at this point. Let's see if he can take 2 shots at these runners and wipe them the heck out. So he gets to roll 4 die, since there are 4 runners currently, and he hits on a 3 or more with his Zombicider. So he got 2 hits. 2 runners are gone. And he gets 2 more points for that. Bringing him up to 9. So now he gets to roll 2 die. Hits on a 3 or more. And we get 1 hit. So he takes out 1 runner. And we're going to have him move back inside here. Okay. So that was Brother Max. Let's see. What we might do is have Kevin do something similar. He's going to pop outside and pop off with his pistols. Now that he has plenty of ammo, if he gets 2 misses, we get to re-roll. So he hits on a 4 or more. And he gets 1 hit, so the runner is gone. Cool. That gives Kevin 1 point, and that finally puts him into yellow, giving him an extra action. Hooray! Okay. So he did a move, a shoot. He can move right back in here, and we might as well have him search. He finds a sawed-off. Okay. So let's... Yeah, let's have him ditch 1 of his pistols. Or maybe just both of his pistols, and then he'll have the nightstick. Cool. So that is Kevin now. He has got his sawed-off, and I'm guessing Donna is going to want that plenty of ammo since she has an assault rifle. Let's see here. I think if we want to do any trading here. Who else can go? Dylan and Ben. What should they be doing, though? You having fun up there, Harry? As long as you're not knocking anything over, I guess. You can just sit there and be cute. Ben. What should he do? Well, we can definitely have Dylan go, and she can search, because she has some empty spaces. What does Dylan find? She finds a regular baseball bat. Okay. So the way these cards work is you can actually find nail bats, but you can also find regular baseball bats. And if you find nails, you can combine that with a regular baseball bat to get a nail bat. So that's supposed to be how that works. Anyway, so Dylan found a baseball bat. Who should she give that to? It'd be cool if there was some stuff for melee stuff for Maki to dual wield. If we could find another claw hammer, that'd be great. Maki could get like 6 hits. Anyway, so Dylan did a search. I don't think there's anything else for her to do right now. Let's see. Red Cat Ben. Activate him. He can search. And he gets a hatchet. Okay. I think he's going to throw out this kukri. He's going to throw out both of his kukris and just have this hatchet, I suppose. Hatchet looks a little bit better than the kukri. Hits on a 3 or more. Okay. All right, so that was all the survivors. What do these zombies do? These zombies move here. These zombies move there. These zombies move there. That is what that was. Then we do 3 spawns. First spawn is going to be 3 brutes that rush over at zone 1. It is 3, right? Yes, that is the orange. 3 brutes rush and are right there. Okay. Next spawn is going to be 2 brutes that rush, and they have a shooter symbol. They rush, putting them here, meaning, we have 2 groups of brutes that have line of sight to survivors. So we definitely would put a shooter there. I'm wondering if I put a shooter there as well. Hold the phone while I check. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Alright. So I had to go feed the cat abomination Harry. Had to turn the AC back on because it is hot, y'all. Hopefully it is not too noisy and you can hear me okay. Soon enough, I should be getting my hands on a Bluetooth microphone that should work with pretty well with my phone that I can just sort of pin to my shirt, and hopefully that will result in some better audio quality. We shall see, but for now, we're running with the usual setup. And I also discovered that, yes, we would be putting down 2 shooter walkers, 1 for each zone that has brutes that can see the survivors. And so I believe, let's see, we did 3 that rush over there, 2 rushed over here and got a shooter. So I think we need to do 1 more spawn. Yeah, we need to do 1 more spawn, and that's going to be 5 runners. Okay. My goodness. Could be worse, but whatever. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. How do our heroes deal with this situation? Okay, let's reactivate everybody. We got some things going on here now, that is for sure. Okay, so Maki does still have her Molotov. We could start off with her. She could just kill every gosh darn thing here and then open that door and see what spawns. We'd be spawning a whole bunch of stuff all at once, and that wouldn't be great, but we still need to get in here to get these 3 remaining objectives. So we might as well do it that way. We're going to have Maki get started here. She's going to toss a Molotov, and she's going to get 9 points for that. So let's see. 9 plus 7 should be 16. Yep, 16. Cool. Math. Alright, so she tosses that molly. And we get rid of all of this stuff right here. All them walkers are gone. Okay, and so she still has 3 actions left. Meaning, oh, and since she has Amy, she gets a free move action. So this should work out pretty good. So she still has 3 move actions. She still has 3 actions because that was free. And we can open this door now and see what is inside of this place, shall we? So we're going to start spawning over here. It is 5 walkers that rush with the shooter symbol. So that means we take a... Well, nothing happens over here because of Dylan. So there's that, but we do have 5 walkers that rush into here. That riot shield that Dylan has is coming in handy. Okay, so that was the first spawn. Next spawn is going to be 7 walkers that also rush. So they're going to be in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So 1, 2. We need to do 3 more. Third spawn is on abomination. We got us an abomination now. Which abomination is it going to be? It's going to be spawning right here. And we just threw that molly. But that's okay, because Dylan can kill it. We get the killer clown. Great. That's going to take everybody's action away from them, and Dylan also... Well, Dylan is going to lose her free melee action, but she still gets an extra action. Okay, so where's the killer clown? Everybody's favorite abomination. There he is in all his glory. Okay. Next 2 spawns. Abomination gets an extra activation. And then we get 10 walkers that spawn. Okay. We are running low on walkers in the reserve pool here, so we need to start taking these folks out. No, wait, they would be down here, because this gave the abomination an extra activation. These walkers do not rush, so there's 10 of them down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and also 10. Cool. Got 10 walkers down there. Alright, so Maki did a toss, a free move, a bash, so she should have 2 actions left. We could have her move forward and take that epic. And who should follow her in there? Let's see. Dylan does have an extra action. Like, she actually has an extra action. That's right. The clown is taking everybody's extra action away for the most part. That means Dylan could really only move in there and then be stuck. Dylan could move 1, 2, 3 and be in that space with the clown, but she would get one chance to kill the damn thing. And we would want Donna probably to go in after those two. But then again, I don't know. We really want to kill that clown, but I also kind of... I would like it if Dylan would stay there. What's going on, Harry? So Maki did a toss, move, bash. If she doesn't have her extra action, she's actually stuck there. Oh, that's not great. That's not great at all. Okay, here's what we might have to do then. If Maki is stuck there, we might want Dylan to search and move. Donna would need to give that med kit. So, alright, let's activate Dylan first. She's gonna search. She finds an assault rifle. Cool. Who should she give that to? She could just give it to Maki. No, she should give it to Kevin. She should definitely give it to Kevin. Okay, so we'll give this to Kevin and take the nightstick. So search, trade for Dylan. And we want her also to move out there to back up Maki. Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin really wouldn't be able to shoot anybody up there for the most part. Damn it. Nobody has damage to range stuff. Does anybody have damage to melee? Nope. Nope. Donna has her Zensetsuken, so she can kill the brutes that way. I guess Kevin is keeping his plenty of ammo now that he has an assault rifle. We are still on Dylan though, aren't we? Because she did a search and a trade. We could have her just move and do a melee. No, we don't want her to do that. We want her to move and back up Maki. That's what we want. So she's going to move here, and that'll be the end of her turn. Who will move next? Let's see. We would want Donna to move in there and get a survivor, but since she doesn't have an extra action, she would just be able to move back. I think that's kind of what we're going to have to do, though. She should move in here and heal one of these survivors to bring us to halfway done. So, which one should Donna take? Donna could get... Oh gosh. What really would have been great for Maki is matching set with Doug. That could have been good. Although I suppose we could always trade. So Donna gets... Ooh, if she takes L, that gives... Somebody would get Sniper if they have L. That should be Kevin, I think. But Donna has an assault rifle right now. Yeah, we will give Donna Sniper. She's going to get L. Okay, so let's take L and pair her with Donna, and then so Donna did a move and drop medkit, and she can move back, and thanks to the clown, that's all that she can do. Oh, I want to kill that clown. Okay, so that was Donna. We have 3 other people. We've got Brother Max, Ben, and Kevin. I think it might be time to have Ben do that thing we've been wanting him to do for a while now. Yeah, we're gonna activate Ben. He's gonna ditch his energy drink. That gives him 4 actions. So now Ben can go out here and do some meleeing with his nail bat. Roll 2 die, hits on a 3 or more. We need him to take all this stuff out. Pretty please. This is a little bit risky. 2 hits. Okay, so he takes the brutes out. Cool. And oh shit. Did I just... Yeah, he doesn't even have an extra action, but he does thankfully start with hit and run. So I think what that means is... Hold the phone. Let me check with hit and run real quick. Okay, so yeah, that hit and run is basically saving Ben's life, more or less. The way we're going to play this is say that he killed a brute and the shooter walker, and since he's got hit and run, that means he can move back. So he did move, melee, and he moves back. Hit and run allows him to do that while also being able to ignore the normal movement restrictions, seeing as how he did get a couple of hits there. So that was Ben. The problem is we still have... Oh, that's right. If Kevin can get that spare change from Maki, then his sawed-off does damage too. Okay, so he's going to have to move, trade, move. Move, trade. Ugh, if only I had done that earlier. Because that would be it for him. He'd have to... Yeah, you have to either stay there or move back. He'll probably stay there. Alright, we have... Brother Max can also go. Now... That brute is really starting to annoy me. If that brute wasn't there, he could just pop out and just blast those runners. But as is... he can't really do that. We could just have him search and chill, I guess. Yeah, we'll have him search. He finds what? A pan, which he immediately throws away, because pans are useless. Okay, so that was Brother Max. Let's see. Unfortunately, that Zombicider is not damaged too, so it's not going to be able to hit that brute. Alright, so what happens? How bad is it? We've got runners that are going to go... Let's see. This is technically the noisiest zone, but this is 2 spaces, so they end up here, along with that brute. So there's 5 runners that get into this zone. Boy, if runners get an extra activation, that could be really bad. All right, and then we've got walkers here, brutes here. Would these walkers move here, or would they move down here? Like, this would be their target zone. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So they would actually split up according to the rules that we read earlier. So 3 walkers would actually be right here. Since there is 1 target zone, but there's 2 different routes to it. So, and they're both the same length. That's what happens there. This abomination and all of these walkers move here. Oh my goodness, if only we hadn't tossed that Molly already. Okay, so these walkers also move here. This is a lot of walkers on the map already. If we get a bunch more spawning, we might have a walker extra activation on our hands. So, let's see what happens. We need to do 3 spawns now. First spawn is 4 runners with a shooter symbol. So a shooter is going to pop up here, and there's going to be 4 runners over here. So that's not terrible. No extra activations yet, but we do have a shooter in our face. Okay, 4 runners there. And then we put a shooter right in the zone again. Next. Spawn all walkers get an extra activation. Okay, so thankfully there are no walkers that are in this zone. But let's see here. So I guess these walkers would probably go here. These walkers would move. We have 3 more walkers in this zone. Nothing spawns here. These walkers move into that zone. These walkers move here. These walkers move here. Gotta start taking these walkers out. 1 more spawn is going to be what? It is going to be 5 brutes up here. Okay, that was a lucky spawn round. That could have been a lot more dangerous for us. 5 brutes right here. Okay. Things are definitely starting to heat up. All right. Who is going first? Probably. Oh my gosh, that's right. I gave Donna Slippery. So what we could do is start with her, have her move, and then murder that goddamn clown, and everybody would have their normal extra actions and other skills right back the way it's supposed to be. Okay. And then we could also go to Donna, and she would get a free melee action as soon as she gets like a few more points. So that's a solid plan there. We're going to start with Dylan and murder that clown. That clown is getting murdered with Ned's atomic flashlight. Okay. So Dylan takes Josh and slips out over here because Josh is giving her Slippery. And now she takes Ned's atomic flashlight and she gets to roll 5 die, hitting on a 4 or more and killing that abomination. Abomination is dead. Cool. And that scores Dylan 5 points. So that would be 24. Okay. Goodbye, Senior Clown. Okay, everybody has their actions back to normal now, and that was even a free melee action. So, Dylan did just a move, and she might as well, yeah, she should really move back and help Maki with carving all these freaking zombies down, because Maki only has a fire axe. So, alright, let's go. Let's see. Harry. You see, Dylan did a move. That melee was free. She could move and still have 2 actions left since she has an extra action. She could also use... No. Because Kevin's in that zone now, too. So... Kevin... We'll see what he can do. But first we want Dylan to go back here after murdering the clown. And she'll get 2 melees left with her fantastic sword. Hitting on 4 more. She gets 3 hits, so 3 walkers are down. That gives her 3 more points, bringing her up to 27. She gets to do 1 more melee. Let's see, so that's... Yeah, that's 3 hits. So she does 3 more hits, kills 3 more walkers, and that brings her up to 30. That is Dylan. Okay, carving those walkers down. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Maki could use some points, and sure, she only has the fire axe, but it would be great if she could kill the rest of these zombies here. And since Dylan is now also stuck in the zone, we still have to kind of stay here to back her up before we move across the street. Harry, he is still clawing at me down there. Alright, so what do we do? Ah, Harry, Jesus! Oh. Harry is clearly bored. He wants to play around. Where's Harry? You want your fish? You want your fish? Hmm? It's always useful to be playing with another actual person that can do this while I'm trying to do the gaming type stuff. Alright, Dylan, we activate Maki. She only has her fire axe, but let's see how many she can kill. She does get her extra action, so she can do 4 melees. First one is a miss. Second one is a hit. So she kills 1. And she gets 1 point. Third melee is a miss. Fourth melee is a hit. Okay. So she kills another one. And that gives her 1 more point. She is almost in orange. When she gets into orange, we can give her an extra die for melee. And that would be nice. Because, ooh, if she gets those 2 nightsticks from Dylan, that could be a somewhat lethal combo for Maki with an extra melee die. I think that means she could roll 4 die hitting on a 4 or more. That would be pretty cool. And she could even sacrifice one of the nightsticks if things get kind of weird. So, okay, let's see. Kevin, I think what Kevin is going to do is, let's see. He really can't do all that much since there are those 2 zombies in our zone here, and he only has ranged weapons. So He does have taunt, meaning he could bring zombies into our zone if we wanted to do that for some reason. Let's see. Someone has to kill these 2 zombies. Who is going to be able to do that? It is not Kevin. Donna does have sniper, so we could switch to her and she could shoot at them with her assault rifle. Let's activate Donna. Thanks to Elle, she can actually take some shots at those zombies down here with her assault rifle. So she's going to start with her assault rifle. 3 die, hitting on a 4 or more. That's 2 hits, so she takes both of them out. Cool. And that brings her up to 19. Meaning Donna is in orange now too. And she also definitely gets a free melee action. Yes, that worked out pretty good. Okay, so now she still has 4 actions to do melee with her Zantetsuken to clear this zone. That's what we've got to do. So let's get down to work, shall we? Hitting on a 2 or more, actually. So that's 3 hits. We're going to take out the shooter and 2 runners. Gives down 3 points. Bringing her up to 22. Okay. Alright, so Donna can do 3 more swings. Hitting on a 2. And that is 4 hits. So runner, brute. 4 hits, right? Yeah. Oh, and these other 2 runners. So 3 runners and a brute is what she took out. And there are 3 walkers left. Let's see. Donna got 3 more points there. Bringing her up to 25. And this will be her final melee swing. Wow, Donna did some work here. Oh my gosh. That is some legendary stuff. She got 3 hits. Seeing as how she hits out of 2, she got a 6 and 2 2s. So she takes all of the remaining walkers down for a further 3 points. So that brings Donna up to 28. All right. Cool. Oh my gosh, that was the kind of legendary stuff that I wish I could draw. When stuff like that happens in Zombicide, I love it. That was quite the action scene there. All right, so let's see who can go next. Kevin is free now, I suppose. He has an extra action. What we could have him do is maybe... It would make the most sense to just shoot these ones right here. But since he only has 4 actions, we might want to have him pop down here, take 2 shots. Although really he can only shoot once with his sawed off. Because he would need an action to reload it. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to pop down here and shoot with his sawed off. That would be 1, 2. And then he could also shoot with his assault rifle in the same zone. So we'll do it like that. So he'll shoot with his sawed off first. He gets to roll, I believe, 2 die, hitting on a 3 or more. And if they're both misses, we can re-roll. Those are 2 hits. So Kevin takes out 2 of them. 2 walkers. He gets 2 points, bringing him up to 10. Okay. So that was his sawed off. So now he gets to shoot his assault rifle. 3 shots. 4 more. If they're all misses, we get to re-roll. Well, he gets 1 hit. We could try and re-roll that to see if we can get an extra one. And we do get an extra one. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Take out 2 more walkers. Kevin gets 2 more points, bringing him up to 12. We could either move him back, or he could take that epic. I think we need to move him back. I think we should move him back. Okay, let's see here. I think it's really only Brother Max and Ben that have not gone yet. And we have a whole bunch of brutes coming our way. Ben can technically handle them with his nail bat. Oh, I know. We'll have Brother Max pop out here with his Zombicider. Okay. And he can roll 3 die hitting on a 3 or more at those zombies there. So that's 3 hits. He takes them all out. Boom. And that scores him 3 more points, bringing him up to 13. Cool. Max should probably move back and search. That's what he'll do. He'll move back and search and find 44 Magnum. Okay. Okay, that is not terrible. That is not terrible at all. That pairs rather well with the Zombicider, because it is damage 2. So that means he can actually shoot at brutes now. Okay, so that was Brother Max. We only have Red Cat Ben left. Let's see. He could... This is going to seem really silly. But what he could do is move, and grab those 2 nightsticks from Dylan for 1 trade, and then do another trade and give them to Maki, so that now she is dual wielding nightsticks. And let's see, she has plenty of shells that nobody else could use. So I think he'll just move back. So he did a move, 2 trades, and he moved back. Yep, and that was the survivor turn. So now we do the zombies again. These will move here. These will move here. We definitely took a bunch of those walkers out, so that is great. Got these runners in the intersection now. Okay, so that was the zombie movement, and now we do, let's see, 3 more spawns. First spawn is going to be in zone 1. 2 brutes with a shooter symbol, meaning we do spawn a shooter right there with that big group of brutes. Okay. Just 2 brutes. They do not rush, so they are right up here. A couple of ballerinas, apparently. Okay. Next spawn is going to be 7 walkers with a shooter symbol. Okay. That is, let's see. Do they rush? No. There's 7 walkers down here with a shooter symbol. So I think a shooter would spawn here, and that shooter would take a shot. And Dylan is not there anymore, so someone is going to have to take a wound. Five, 6, 7. Okay. One additional shooter spawns here since they have a line of sight to those survivors. And I guess Brother Max can take a wound since he has Dreadnought Walker, so he will likely be missing potentially a lot of wounds from walkers, maybe. So Brother Max takes a wing. Okay, one final spawn is going to be, thankfully no shooter symbol, but it is 8 walkers that rush into that zone right there. Okay. We got we got a horde right above us. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was one of those a runner? We got 8 walkers that rush. Yeah, one of those, I put a runner in there. I put down, how many so far? 4, 7, 8. All right. Okay. Everybody gets to do stuff again. What we might want to do is start with Kevin. He could probably move, shoot, reload, and shoot again with his sawed off. So we're leaving these 2 ladies down here to try and get this jazz. I guess everybody else will go back up here. Okay, so although, let's see, if Kevin, we got 3 more to get. Screw it. Kevin, move. Shoot. He's got a sawed off. 2, 3 or more. If he misses, he gets to reroll. Thanks to the spare change, he can use his sawed off to shoot at the brutes that have targeting priority. So he does get to reroll that. He got a 2 and a 1. He gets 1 hit. Okay, so we take out 1 brute. And he reloads, and we get to shoot again. That's 2 hits. Cool. So we take out 2 brutes. All right. That was 3 points for Kevin, bringing him up to 15. That is his turn. All right. I think next we'll do Donna because she has sniper. Thanks to the fact that she has sniper, she can ignore the targeting priority of the brutes and be able to shoot at stuff with her assault rifle to try and take down these walkers. We're definitely taking out that shooter first. So that was, she She hits on a 4 or more. Okay, so she gets 1 hit. She's taking out the shooter. And not that other zombie, just the shooter. So she gets 1 point for that. Second shot. She gets 2 hits, so we'll take out 2 walkers. She gets 2 more points for that, bringing her up to 31. Third shot. That is 3 hits, taking out 3 walkers. 3 more points for Donna. Getting perilously close to red now, Donna. Final volley. Let's see, can we take out the rest of those walkers? She does not have plenty of bullets, so she gets 1 hit. She takes out 1 walker. Scores herself 1 more point, bringing her up to 35. Okay, so that was Kevin and Donna. Let's see. Wait, Ben is not doing very much of anything now, is he? We can activate him and have him search. And he finds a claw hammer, which is not terrible. Maki could dual wield those. And it wouldn't be super accurate, but she would get the... Oh, she could roll a lot of dice if she was dual wielding claw hammers. Okay. So... Ben could, after searching, move, trade, and move back. He will move and give Maki the claw hammer and also the wakizashi, just in case she gets a katana. So that was search, move, trade, and then move back. Okay, so let's see. And Brother Max, he can also move, trade, give Maki his claw hammer, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So he did move, trade, he can move back and take 1 shot with his 44 Magnum over at the brutes over there. He will hit on a 4 or more. He gets a 5, so he kills one of the brutes. Gives Max 1 more point. Bringing him up to 14. Or 15, I think. Oh, it's hard to tell exactly where these things are sometimes. Alright, so there's Brother Max. I think we just have Maki and Dylan left. So they are going to charge ahead and try to get some things. Maki, I think, is going to charge in first. What does she get? She gets a free move action. Cool. So Maki moves in here for free. And let's see. She gets... Yeah, she can roll 6 die. Once we get her into orange, she can roll 8 die, basically. Okay, that's pretty cool. She only hits on like a 5 or more, though. So she's going in swinging with these claw hammers. Hitting on a 5 or more. And she gets 2 hits. Cool. We're taking out the shooter and one of the walkers. So that was move, melee. She has 2 more actions left. She gets 2 points for that. Brings her up to 20. She is now in orange. We're going to give her that +1 die melee. Cool. So now she can roll 8 die. I'm going to need to get an extra die somewhere. Here we go. Alright, so she gets 8 die hitting on a 5 or more. This is her second melee. And she doesn't get a single hit. Oh no. 8 die hitting on a 5 or more. She doesn't get a single hit. Okay. Well, let's see. She did a move, a melee, a second melee. I guess she can do a third melee to see if she can actually kill these 2 zombies with her claw hammers. This time she gets a couple 6s. So this time they are dead. Alright. Lucky gets 2 more points for that, bringing her up to 22. Cool. And we were hoping she was going to have enough time to open up that epic. I guess that's going to have to be Dylan now. Although really, I think it would be best to have Dylan move twice, be here, and melee. And then maybe she can then move here. So Dylan gets 1 free melee action plus an extra action. So she's going to move twice. And she's going to use her free melee. She can roll 5 die, hitting on a 4 or more with what is her effectively a lightsaber, basically. She gets great. She gets 1 hit. Oh gosh, she gets 1 hit. Well, that was a free melee hit, and she did 2 moves, so she can still do 2 more melees. Alright, so she takes out 1 walker and gets 1 point for that. Alright, 2 more melees to go. Thank goodness for that free melee. Now she gets 2 hits, leaving 2 walkers left. She gets 2 points for that. To 33 now. All right, Dylan. Come on now. Yes, she gets 3 hits, so she kills them all, giving her 2 more points. So now she's up to 35. Nice. All right, and we got this building cleared for now. These ladies just need to grab everything while everybody else holds this place down, or at least tries to. Okay, so that was Dylan and Maki. Nobody else can go. Everybody else is gone, I think. So yes, that is the survivor turn for now. So now we do the zombie moving. These ones move here. This group of brutes and walkers would move here. Let's see. The runners would end up there too. This should be the noisiest zone right now. So the runners would all pack in there as well. Oh boy, it's clogged all over again. And these brutes move forward there. What spawns do we get this time? In zone 1, we have... we've got 3 runners with a shooter symbol. So another shooter spawns right here. And we take 3 runners. Put them over here. All right. Next spawn is even more runners. 2 runners with a shooter symbol. Great. So let's see here. That means we take another wound over here because Dylan is not here to plink it off. I should not have moved her. So who else takes a wound? Brother Max already took a wound. I guess Kevin can take a wound now. Kevin has to take a wound. Alright, one final spawn is great. We take another wound because 4 walkers appear and there is a shooter symbol. So let's see. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 walkers. Does another shooter spawn? Yes. Another shooter is going to spawn and 1 is going to attack. And 4 walkers are going to be here. That was not lucky. So somebody else takes a wound in that zone. And I guess it's going to have to be... Oh gosh, Ben is already wounded. So is Kevin. So is Max. I guess Donna is also taking a wound. We better get that stuff and quick. Alright, so that was the spawning. Now we're going to see... Let's see here. What we might want to do is we just need to get these 2 objectives. These ladies could get these 2, fight their way back, and if we clear this zone a little bit and heal 2 more survivors, there's only 1 left in there, and we could go as a group down this way. And since only 1 would be left in here, the zombies would not path there anymore. So let's try it that way. Let's see. Dylan could move and take this and then be back here. So let's activate her. She's going to move, take this for 5 more points, and that's going to bring her up to 40, so she's almost at red. Okay, and then she'll move twice again and be back here. Then we're going to activate Maki. She is going to grab... Okay, move, grab... She gets that. It gives her 5 more points. So that brings her up to 27. Okay. She could move again and take that epic. And then we could see which special thing it is she gets. She gets the 911 special. Oh my goodness. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Ultra 911 special ultra red weapon. 5 die, 0 to 2, 3 or more. Oh my gosh. Oh, this would be so lethal in Kevin's hands. Okay, I think she's going to have to ditch the fire axe for this, and she'll probably give it to Kevin in exchange for his assault rifle, and he could really mow some people down. That would be cool. Alright, so I think that was Maki. She did a move, take, move, epic. So these 2 ladies in the away team are done. Now we got to do some serious chopping. We might as well start with Donna. She's probably our best bet. Kevin can definitely shoot over here, that's for sure. But probably start with Donna. Yeah, Donna and Red Cat Ben are the only melee people here that can take this stuff out. So, actually, let's start with Ben to try and get him some points. Because he has a nail bat, he might as well just start swinging like crazy. So, 2 die, 3 or more. Here's the first swing. He can do this 3 times because he's not even in yellow yet. So that was a miss. He didn't get a single hit. Come on, Ben. We get 2 hits. Okay, so we're taking out the shooter and a runner. Okay, that's 2 points for Ben. And he gets 1 more melee. And that was a miss. Okay, so that was a little underwhelming, Ben. That was a little underwhelming there, buddy. Let's see. So, I think Donna is going to do something here. She's going to... I believe you can trade companions. So I think what would be a great idea is if Donna gives L over to Kevin. That would make sense. That would be 1 action, and she could still do 4 melees thanks to the fact that she has a free melee attack. So L is going to be with Kevin now. That will give Kevin sniper. So where is L again? She's right next to Kevin, right? Where the heck is Kevin? He's right there. Okay. L is right next to Kevin now. Okay, so Donna. Hold the phone. Okay, yeah. I was pretty sure it was the case, but I just want to double check and make sure. I'm a little rusty on my Zombicide rules, but yes. You can trade a companion and their ID card as if it were some sort of equipment. So that's just Donna saying, hey, you should go with him because he's the shooty boy. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, so now Donna takes her sword and she goes to it. Alright, she can do this 4 times. She hits on a 2. So hopefully she kills a whole lot of stuff here. But thanks to the fact that Kevin now has L, he can mop up whatever Donna can't take out. So we get 3 hits. I'm going to take out a runner, a shooter, and another runner, and that will give Donna 3 points. Bringing her up to 38? Yes. Damn it. Alright. Shooter goes back in here, and runners. Okay. Alright. Next roll. We get 3 more hits. Okay, so 2 walkers and a brute. Oh, wait, 2 walkers and a runner. There's still a runner down here. Okay. That gives Donna 3 more points. So that's 41, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh boy, she might be taking us into red. Okay. Roll again. I'm thinking this is her 3rd. And that is 4 hits. It really doesn't matter now. She killed everything. She got 4 points, and that put us into red. What is Donna's red skill, pray tell? We can give her an additional die melee. Oh my goodness, that's what we're doing. Or hit and run, or ooh, shove would be really good too. we might want to give her shove. Like, I'm really tempted to go +1 die melee, but if we... No, let's give her +1 die melee. Because the plan wasn't to, like, really hold this down. We're holding it down for now, but as soon as these ladies get across the street, we're grabbing some more companions, and we're getting the heck out of Dodge to go down the street to get that. And then we can come back, and the mission will be over. Okay. So we're gonna give her +1 die melee, I think. That is her red skill. That is Donna. Donna has gone. Okay, so I think... Yeah, I know Red Cap Ben went too. So we just have Kevin and Brother Max. We could get Brother Max up into orange if he starts opening up with his Zombicider on that crowd down there. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to say his first shot is 5, 6. He gets to roll 7 die and hits on a 3 or more. Oh my goodness. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitting on a 3 or more. He might kill everything in one volley. He kills almost everything. He gets 6 hits. Oh my gosh. So 4, 5, 6 in one shot. That is wild. So that means we give him 6 points. That puts him up to 21. Orange skill. Oh my goodness. We could give him Barbarian or full auto. Hold the phone. Okay, so yes, we're giving him full auto. Jesus, Brother Max. Okay, so basically Brother Max starts with Dreadnought Walker, which is already crazy. It means he's immune to damage from walkers. So there's that. But when he goes to orange, you can give him either Barbarian or full auto. That's pretty crazy. So that means, like, even without the Zombicider, Brother Max can potentially get full auto and do basically the same thing the Zombicider lets him do. He can roll 1 die for each person in the in his target zone. So basically, he can do the same thing with the Magnum now that he was able to do with the Zombicider. It'll be slightly less accurate, but he could just mow down a whole bunch of brutes now. That is so cool. All right, so Brother Max did 1 shot, and now he might as well, let's see. I guess we should have him just take... He did 1 shot. He could move and shoot at those runners? Or he could shoot again and move and shoot. I'd like it if he could take care of those runners, but like there's still that walker there. So that walker would trap him. He does have Dreadnought Walker though. So he doesn't get wounded by walkers. I might as well just have him shoot and then search. So he'll take another shot at that walker there with the Zombicider, hitting on a 3 or more, and he does hit, and he takes it out. So that is 1 more point for him. And he's going to search and find the freaking Thompson. That's cool. The Thompson is like 5 die, hits on a 5 or more, damage 1. Okay, so Brother Max has just all the guns now, basically. I think he doesn't even really need that Thompson. He could totally give that to somebody else. He might just trade with Kevin for the assault rifle, really. That might be pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Brother Max did shoot, search, and he can also trade with Kevin for the assault rifle. So Kevin doesn't really have any range right now, but that's fine. He can do a whole lot of shooting, though. Wow, Kevin has a Tommy gun. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that was Brother Max. Harry, what's going on, buddy? And Kevin hasn't even gone yet. Okay. So that means Kevin can definitely dip out here and shoot at these runners. First he'll do his sawed off. What's going on, Harry? 2 die, 3 or more. And 2 hits. 3 and a 6. Cool. These runners are gone. Kevin gets 2 more points for that, bringing him up to 17. All right. So now he can move back, and his pockets are full, so he can't really search. Let me pause yet again. Hold on a second. Okay, we're back. And we are almost done. Yes, Kevin has gone. It is the zombie phase again, so let's see what happens. These walkers are going to move forward. So are these brutes. Runners will be in the intersection. Okay. There were no zombies down here. We do 3 spawns. Harry, what would you like, buddy? There's Josh again. There's Dylan. There's Josh. Lucky has Mimi. Alright. Spawns. Runners get an extra activation. Okay, now is a great time for it, because we don't get a whole bunch of wounds. They just go... They are in our zone now. Okay. And nothing spawns there. Alright, I'll take that. Next one is... We are in red, so we get 10. We get 10 walkers down here. We were killing all them walkers. We got enough models to accommodate 10 walkers down here. Got a bit of a mini horde. Thankfully they didn't rush, so the ladies don't need to cut through them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just put another runner in there by accident. Okay. So that was that spawn. Last spawn is going to be an abomination. Well, Dylan better get up there with her lightsaber to kill it. What's it going to be this time? It ain't the killer clown. I already took him out. Awesome. It's the sewer crocodile. Well, that's what it is. I said some zany stuff might show up. Okay, so basically the sewer crocodile will pick a random survivor as the target and will keep moving 2 spaces towards that survivor no matter what. Which sounds bad, but thankfully Dylan has her magic lightsaber somehow that can kill it, so let's roll a d6 and see who it is. We'll start with Kevin and end at Dylan. So it's a 1, it's going to be Kevin. Kevin is going to be the target. Put a little door on him to indicate that. Alright, so that was what spawned. What can we do now? Let's see. Dylan is all the way down here. she could... Yeah, we need to distribute medkits, so we shouldn't be running off into there just yet. We can have Dylan move twice, murder the runners, and let's see, she could also move and get one survivor. The rules also said you could get multiple companions at the same time, which, now that I think about it, it means you could just stack up multiple blue skills for like one person, which is a little zany, but alright, we're going to activate Dylan. We're going to start with her. You know what? I'm fairly certain I know who Dylan is supposed to be. I'll show you the card art if you haven't seen already. Who does that look like? Pretty sure that's the Tool Time lady. What do y'all think? That's the Tool Time lady. Anyway. Okay, so Dylan, activating her, she's moving 1, 2. She does a melee, so that's one action. Does she get a free melee? She does get a free melee, so she gets one melee that won't even count. If she can kill all the runners in one swing, then she still has enough actions to move and get heal yet another survivor. And she hits on a 4 or more. So yeah, she got 3 hits. Cool. All these runners are dead. Nice, nice, nice. Dylan is just the star of the show here. And that puts her into red as well. So now we get to give her a red skill. So we can give her +1 die combat. That would be nice. We could actually give her... Ooh, +1 to dice roll combat. Yes. That would be good. Because then she'd hit on a 3 or more with her her lightsaber. That would be good. We could do that. That might be better than letting her roll 6 die. Yeah, we're going to do that. She has more accurate melee now. Okay, so anyway, and then she has enough actions to take Josh over here. And we're going to dump, use 1 action to dump, and she's going to get Wanda. Yep. That means Dylan now has Slippery and Sprint at the same time, as well as having Lifesaver. Dylan might be a little too overpowered. What do y'all think? So let me see. She did 2 moves. She did a free melee. Then she did another move, and she rallied Wanda. So that was it for Dylan. And the crocodile is going to be in this zone. He's going to wound somebody if the abomination gets an extra activation. The only person that can kill the damn thing for now is Dylan, and she's kind of stuck in the storage room for now. Alright, let's see. Maki is we're gonna activate her. She can move twice. And then she's also gonna do a trade with Kevin. Kevin does have the Thompson, but now he can get the 911 special, which is definitely better. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely a lot better. Much, much better. It's the Thompson, but it's like usable. He can roll 5 die, hits on a 3 or more. Little more range, 0 to 2. Still only damage 1, but whatever. He can use spare change to take out brutes with his sawed off. So cool. So she did. Let's see. She did move, trade. I guess we should have her move in here with that medkit she has so that she can be primed to heal another survivor next turn. She might as well heal Doug. So that way she can get an extra move and get the matching set thing. I don't know if we're going to get something really legendary for her. These clawhammers are okay, I guess. But anyway, so that was Maki, and I think we still have 4 people left, I believe. Who needs these points? Almost certainly Ben. We can definitely lay some fire down with both Donna, Max, and Kevin. Let's see. Yeah, let's activate Kevin. Because he could take a shot at those walkers. Yeah, if we could get him into orange, that'd be pretty cool. All right, let's have him open up on those walkers in front of him. Hit them a 3 or more. And that is 1, 2... Yeah, 4 hits. Kills them all. Kills them all in one shot. Oh my goodness, Kevin. That's 4 points for Kevin. I believe that puts him in orange. Yep, brings him up to 20. And we might as well give him... I'm tempted to give him +1 die combat, because then he could roll 6. But we could also give him tough, and he's already at 2 wounds. So tough might be great, especially if he's going to be in the same spot as Dylan. Then there's like 2 wounds we could ignore. So yeah, we're doing that. We're doing tough for Kevin. And also, with him doing that, it doesn't matter that Dylan is in the other space now. Whatever moves in here, if something moves in here and does a wound, Kevin will absorb at least 1 wound. So that is cool. All right, so Kevin did 1 shot. We can also have him move out and probably just do a blast with the sawed-off at those brutes out there. All right. 1 shot, move, he's going to do another shot, and then he can move back. Hits on a 3 or more. If they're both misses, we get to reroll. So that's 1 hit. I could reroll that, but I think I'll just take it. We take out 1. And Kevin gets another point. And he'll move back. Okay. All right, so that was Kevin, and we only have Ben, Donna, and Max can also all go. So might as well pop out here with Max, because he can use his magnum to shoot at that brute there. Hitting on a 4 or more. He hits. That brute is gone. Max gets another point. Okay. So that was move, shoot. He can move back, and he might as well search. He gets another magnum. Okay. You can dual wield these. There's really no point for him to dual wield them, though. I think he's just going to ditch his pistol and take the extra magnum that he might be able to give to somebody. I don't know. That was Brother Max. We got Donna and Red Cat Ben. Donna might as well pop out and take some pot shots at those walkers down there. So we'll activate Donna. She gets a free melee action. Okay, so she's mostly a melee person, but we could have her pop out and take 2 shots. So Donna still here. We'll have her open up with the assault rifle. How many walkers can she burn off in here? She gets 1 hit. Second volley. She gets a total miss, and she doesn't have plenty of bullets, so she takes out 1. she takes out a grand total of 1. Oh well. 1 is gone. She doesn't even get any points for that because she's already in red. Okay, so that was Donna. What does Ben do? He can definitely search. And he gets a rifle. So that's something, I guess. So, he did a search. He could move, shoot, and move back. No, he can't, because he doesn't have an extra action. So, yeah, we're just going to have Ben stay there. I really haven't been using Red Cat Ben for anything. He's still in blue, which is crazy, because we have people in red. Anyhow, so that was Ben. Player phase. What do the zombies do? These zombies move forward. That crocodile ends up in our zone right here, because Kevin was the target. Now we do 3 spawns to see what else happens. Do we even have 3 cards? We have 2 cards. So we can do 2 spawns, and then we have to reshuffle. So the first spawn in zone 1 is brutes get an extra activation. So nothing spawns, because we have no brutes on the map. And then the second one is 6 walkers rush with a shooter symbol. So that means we do spawn a shooter here, and then there's going to be 6 more walkers in this space. That's what that means. All right. So now we're going to reshuffle everything. Reshuffle. Just reshuffle a little bit here. Not too much. Not too crazy. We're going to wrap this up. Next card is, once again, brutes get an extra activation, meaning nothing spawns there. Alright, that's what it was. That was the card on the top. So, alright, that was the zombie phase. So now, I guess we might as well start with Dylan, I should say. Because she is our abomination killer. And obviously, that lightsaber of hers can also chop through doors. So, Dylan is going to move, and she gets to do a free melee against the croc there. And she also hits on a 3 or more now instead of a 4 or more. She definitely chops the heck out of that crocodile. She got like 4 hits. Oh, it almost feels like cheating with this. She's already at red too, so all those points just go down the drain, kind of. All right, so let's see. Dylan could move here. Let's see. We're going to want as many people as possible to be able to move over there as well to back her up. And let's see. I think Maki... Right, she needs to... Okay, we're going to activate Maki now. She is gonna use an action to heal somebody. She's going to get Doug. And so Maki now has Amy and Doug. That was one action, and in 3 actions, 1, 2, 3, she can be right by her best friend Dylan. Okay. They both came in the same set, y'all, so they knew each other already. Anyway, so let's see. So we still got 1 survivor that needs to be healed in here. But as long as, like... If everybody moves here, then... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Right. We would have probably... Everybody moves here. Like, this would split in 2. And half would move here and half would move here. Which would mean half would be in line of sight of Ned here. And sure... Ned is not the noisiest zone right now, but if a bunch of zombies moves there and nobody else is there and they got line of sight, they're going after Ned. And if a zombie activates in Ned's zone, we lose the game. So we might still need to be split in 2 here. And I think what we might do is, let's see. We could keep Max, Ben, and Kevin down here, and we'll have maybe Donna go with the other ladies after taking a few pot shots. Donna can get there in 2 moves, so she can take 2 shots before she goes there. So let's activate Donna as well, and we'll have her do some shooting. She hits on a 4 or more. Okay, we get 2 hits, so we take out the shooter and Walker. Pretty sure shooters just count as walkers, so there's no like different targeting priority, so I can just sort of say without sniper that I hit the shooter. But anyway, that was her first shot. Now we can do 1 more shot with her. And she gets 2 hits. So 2 more walkers are down. Yeah, she's in red already, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so Donna can move twice and be here with the other ladies. Cool. So that is our strike team to get the last med kit and bring it back here to heal Ned, and we are good. So these other people are going to have to try and get this giant horde down to size here. It's a bit of a threat. So let's go to Kevin. He is definitely our next best bet. Go straight to Kevin. Although it's tempting to just go to Ben and have him take 3 shots with his rifle to get him, try and get him some points. Ben will take his tiny little rifle and he will hit on a 3 or more. So he gets 1 hit. Second shot, another hit, so that's 2 hits, and third shot is another hit. It's another 3. So he gets 3 hits, and he's still not in yellow. He is at 5 now, though. So that's something, I guess. All right. Now Kevin is gonna open the fuck up and make Ben feel a little silly, I guess. We're gonna activate Kevin, and whatever Kevin can't kill, I guess Max is gonna mop up with his Zombicider. Alright, so Kevin gets to roll 5 die, I should say, and he hits on a 3 or more with his 911 special. So he gets 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. for his first shot. And his second shot, he gets 2 hits. And his third shot, he gets 1, 2, 3 hits again. Oh my gosh, he is mowing him down. 1 more shot. And yep, that is everything. He gets 5 hits, so they are all dead-a-rooney. Oh my gosh, so that was 3, 9... That was 11 points for Kevin. He is now at 31. Oh my goodness. A 911 special is no joke. Brother Max is a little disappointed now because he can't really do much of anything. That's going to be Kevin's turn. He can't really do much of anything else. And Brother Max is going to search for the heck of it. What does he find? He finds an SMG, and he tosses his nightstick for that, because why the hell not? Okay, so now we're going to do zombies, and there are no zombies on the board, so we just do 3 spawns. So Zone 1 gets what? Zone 1 gets 6 Walker Rush with a shooter. So you're going to be right here in front of these ladies. 1 shooter. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next spawn down south is 10 walkers that rush. Wait a minute. Yes, it is 6. Okay. I was looking at red. 10 walkers that rush. Down south. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do not need to be worried about that at all, apparently. Kevin and Max can take care of that very easily. One final spawn is 4 brutes that rush with a shooter symbol. Okay, so 4 brutes will rush. Just because it'll be funny, we're doing all ballerinas as well. I think a shooter will spawn with the ballerinas, but the shooter that already spawned takes a shot into this group, but that planks off of Dylan's riot shield, so nothing happens there. Okay, so that was the spawning. Now we need to wrap this on up. So, okay, I guess we gotta start with. We should probably start with Donna. We'll have Donna just wade in here. Move, and then she's got her Zansetsuken. She hits on a 2 or more, and actually she rolls 5 die because +1 die melee. Cool. All right, and this is even a free action. She gets a free melee action. She is lethal in melee, y'all. Okay, so let's see, hitting on 2s. And we get 3 hits because she got 2 1s. So we're taking out that shooter and 2 walkers for her first free hit. She's already in red, so we don't need to count points here. Alright, so she can do, I think, 3 more melees, really? But she kills everything, so it's all dead. Dead, dead, dead. Unfortunately, she won't be able to shoot at those brutes or the shooter because she does not have sniper. She cannot open that door either, so she kind of has to just sit here and chill out. Let's see. Maki can definitely open the door, so we'll have her go. She even gets a free move action. So she can open this door, and we don't have to spawn again, because we already spawned this building. So that was free move, open. She can move in here for 2 actions. And then she can, for her third, she can grab this objective, giving her 5 more points. So that would be 32, I think. All right. And I think for her final action, she's going to see what this epic is. Which one do we get this time? Tempted to have her run down there and see what that other one is. Just for the heck of it. We really need to wrap this up. She gets Doug's Dream. Oh my goodness. What the heck is that? Oh my gosh. It's 2 SMGs. You can roll 8 die, and it hits on a 4 or more. That's crazy. She's gonna toss the Wakizashi for this. Somebody could probably use that. But okay, so that was the thing that she found. Let's see. Dylan is... Could she move melee? She can do a free melee. Yeah. She'll move. Do a melee. She hits on a 3 or more. Can roll 5 die. Right? Yeah, she can roll 5 die, hits on a 3 or more, free melee action. Yeah, she gets 5 hits, so she kills everything in this zone immediately. Dylan is just an unstoppable force of nature now. Okay. I kind of wanted to play this today because yesterday I played this war of mine and it was depressing. It was a really sad end, and I had been planning on doing this anyway. Really, doing this video next because, like I said, I want to knock out the rest of these zombicides, but. This is just night and day, isn't it? We are messing stuff up here. Okay, so Dylan went. Let's see here. She did a move and a free melee, so she can, I think, move twice and be back by Donna. And then there, all 3 of them are going to group up and try and go back here. And I think we still have Max, Ben, and Kevin that haven't gone yet. Unless I'm very much mistaken. I don't think that they've gone yet. It's just been the ladies. Anyway, so we'll have Kevin just shoot everything down there, basically. Start with Kevin. So he gets roll 5 die. Yeah, that's good enough. 5 die, 3 or more. No other special stuff other than he has sniper. So that's 5. And 4. That's 2 shots. And third shot, 3 hits. So that one's dead. Alright, so how many was this? This was 10, actually. So he gets 10. He's up to 41 now. Oh my goodness. Okay. All these walkers are dead. And we're just going to say Ben searches and finds a knife. That's actually pretty cool. I think he's going to swap out his rifle for a knife. Because a knife will give you an extra die when combining with another melee weapon. So he can roll 3 die with his nail bat. That's nice for Ben. What does Brother Max find if he searches? He finds a zombie in his face. That's a problem. Because Max has nothing but, like, melee weapons. But Kevin has tough, though, so Kevin absorbs the wound from this zombie that nobody can hit. So, alright, that's what happened, and so we're gonna do one more zombie phase here, and probably we can end the game. So let's see. First spawn is walkers get an extra activation, which just means this zombie did 2 attacks, basically. Did the normal attack and an extra attack. So Kevin was able to absorb 1, but somebody else needs to take another wound. We could say it's Max, because he's invincible to walkers. Hold on a second, let me check this real quick. Okay, so it just says that he ignores all wounds coming from a certain zombie type. So, what we could do is say that zombie attacked Kevin and also Brother Max, and nobody actually takes any wounds from that one single zombie. Moving on, we need to spawn twice more. We get 12 walkers that rush right into this zone. Okay. Wait, no, this was zone 1. They rush down there. That's where they rush. We get 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 5. That's 10, 11, 12. Okay. What spawns here? It is 8 walkers that rush. Okay. And they will be right up here. So the defense group is surrounded again. And that is what happens. Okay. So now we gotta carve through these walkers to end the game. Alright, so Maki can move 1, 2, 3 and be here. And or maybe we should have Dylan move down there first. Yeah. Dylan can move there in 2, and she could do 3 melees. Yep. Let's see. Dylan. Yeah, Maki's the one that needs to get to the end zone, basically. So we need to clear it for Maki. Okay, so Dylan goes there with Josh and Wanda. And actually, yeah, that means Dylan can sprint. Dylan can sprint into that, so it only takes her one action. And that means, since she has a free melee and 4 actions normally, she can do 4 melees on this group of zombies. Rolling 5 die, hitting on a 3 or more. Okay. How many does she kill in the first round? She gets 4 hits. So that's her first melee, which is free. 4. She gets 4 more. So she did a sprint and a free melee, and 4 more kills all of them. Okay, so she did a sprint, free melee, 1 melee. She has 2 actions left. Okay, meaning she can now just move down into this zone. Sprint, free melee, 1 melee. So she has 2 actions left. She can move and do 1 final melee. And kills the heck out of this one very aggressive zombie that appeared out of nowhere. Alright, so that was Dylan. I guess we want to activate Maki now and see how far she can move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because she has 4. Well, she even has a free move. So this would be free. And then she can move 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so she can be here. Which means next turn we win the game. Alright, so that's Maki, and then we activate Donna. Donna can move 1, 2, 3, and be able to do 1 free shot with her assault rifle, because why the heck not? She'll hit on a 4 more, and she gets 2 hits. Alright, 2 walkers dead. Alright. Man, this is one badass group of survivors now, isn't it? We could probably just switch to Kevin and he'll just murder every gosh darn thing with his fancy rifle now. Okay, first shot. Hits on a 3 or more. He gets 3 hits. Second shot. Oh, he's in red now. What red skill does he get? Ooh, he can get +1 to dice roll ranged. Oh my gosh, that means he hits on 2s. He hits on 2s now. Oh my gosh. So he did 1 shot. And now he gets... He got a 5 and 4 2s. So he gets 5 hits. And let's see. Third shot. He wastes everything. Okay. So that was Kevin. So I guess what we do now is we'll do spawning to see what spawns. But if it's nothing that can actually threaten Maki's ability to do that, we're good. So first zone is 8 walkers with a shooter symbol. So just 8 walkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just gonna throw them there. It does not say that they rushed, and they don't have line of sight to anybody, so no shooter spawns. 9 walkers rush down here. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Final spawn is 4 brutes with a shooter symbol, so just 4 brutes. Okay, we are good. I'm putting down these 4 brutes for the heck of it, but we're good. Nothing is in our way, and we win the game when Maki does the thing and heals the final survivor there. Let me just double check. I don't think we have to do anything else beyond healing all of the companions. 3 hours and 20 minutes. My goodness. Definitely didn't think this one was going to take that long. Rescue the injured survivors. The game is lost. Yeah, that's all we need to do. Turn the 6 injured survivors on tile 8R into companions. We just did that. We are good. This mission is finally done. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed yet another Zombicide on the channel here. Get used to it, actually. It's another thing I meant to say. If you don't like Zombicides, then you're in the wrong place. Because I sure do love this game. It's a whole lot of fun. And it is definitely cathartic after playing something like this War of Mine. This War of Mine had me legit kind of down a little bit, the way that campaign ended. So, in a sense, that's me shamelessly plugging that other thing that I did, but also it's me saying, if you are not a fan of like heavy, somewhat depressing stuff, you might want to avoid this War of Mine, because it can get kind of brutal. But this was the good kind of brutal, though, wasn't it? We just chopped our way through everything, saved everybody, and everything worked out great. Because we kind of had a lightsaber, so there was that. Anyway, so this video's been long enough, so we're gonna wrap this up. Like I said, thank you for paying attention to me and my tiny channel. I do appreciate that. If you are still listening, I really appreciate that, because I know this is a long one. But I hope y'all enjoy these silly little gaming videos that I make. If you want to help out the channel, you can do that the normal YouTube ways. Like, comment, and subscribe. That would be awesome. And there should be some links in the description. Same links as usual, but if you're new here, let me tell you, if you are interested in seeing more of all these little models that I paint and all that, they should all be ending up on my Blue Sky. There's a link for my Blue Sky. I post all the work that I do for the channel on there, so check that out. Blue Sky is kind of cool. If you're feeling generous and you like what I'm doing here, then I do have a Ko-fi. You can go there, throw me a few bucks, if you are feeling generous. And also the DSA. I'm always going to be talking about the DSA. I am a dues-paying member. I think it is very important, extremely important right now, that if you live in America, you are a left-leaning person, and you are very concerned about the way things are going, in a nutshell, I recommend checking out the DSA if you haven't already. Democratic Socialists of America. Democrats are just not doing what they're supposed to, so DSA is trying to not just make them accountable, but replace any mainstream Democrats that are not willing to actually push back against these Republicans. And we could use your help. So if you haven't checked out DSA already, go to their homepage, see if there's a chapter in nearby. They have chapters in most major cities in this country. DSA is the biggest socialist organization in America. And if you ask me, socialism is not a scary word. I don't know why people think it is. I think that's silly. I think that we need a new system. We need a change. We need, at the very least, some better policies than what we're getting here now in America. Things are bad, y'all. In a nutshell, things are bad. So check out DSA if you can. Give them your time and your money. If you choose to do so, I'm fine with that. You can give them your time and your money. Yeah, so thanks for paying attention yet again, guys. I'm gonna see y'all later. See y'all in the next thing. Next week, I don't know. I might do Warriors. I haven't done a playthrough of Warriors just yet, so I might do that and maybe another Zombicide. We'll see how that works. So I'm gonna see y'all when I see ya. Take it easy. Take care of each other.